was to keep the boys' feet on the ground after winning in Europe. But have you sensed a confidence and a good bit of sharpness to training after that?
Yeah, you know, I think it's always difficult because we've still got a long way to go. There's no denying that it was a great performance and a great result for us, and we can't get away from that. But quite frankly, when we look at our league position, and that's what we're coming back to this week, it's not great. We haven't been far off. You know, what we've been able to do is give further opportunities to the players who've been waiting for their chances, really. And that's been great. And a lot of those players will be involved this weekend as well, married with a little bit of experience. So it hasn't been difficult because we're not sitting very well in the league, so it brings everything sharply into focus. I think there's good momentum in the team. There is a lot of confidence and belief, and you want to hold on to that. Of course you do, but you want to temper it with a bit of realism as well.
In the middle of a very good run, I mean, do you think the key's been to that?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time since we've had such a good run of rugby, but I think it's the work of the last 2 years or so in terms of the development and the opportunities that we've given the players, and they've eventually come through for us, and we've got a squad of players now that looks very competitive, and that's part of the reason is I think that everybody's pushing each other within the squad. We have 2 or 3 layers of players in most positions now who come in and more than adequately do a job. So when people get the shirt, they know that they've got to perform, and that's what they've been doing. And it'll be exactly the same on Friday. It's a big game for us. You know, the Dragons are in competition for Heineken Sport with us and the other 2 Welsh regions, and they'll be keen to come down here and make a statement. So if we're a centre 2 off our game, we'll fall short on Friday. We know that.
They were impressive against Britain, you
know. They're a good team. You know, they battle around the contact area. They've got some quality players as well within their side, and they're well coached, and they're going to make it difficult for us, and we realise that. And as I say, you know, we celebrated a little bit after the game, but now it's all week has been about the focus for the next event, which is the Dragons. And if we don't back last Friday up with a win, it wouldn't mean very much.
They've struggled a bit in the league this season. The Dragons, what do you think?
It's very difficult. It's a very competitive league to begin with. You know, there's quality sides everywhere. So it's never easy, whoever you've got, and the league is improving all the time, and when you look at the results generally in the Heineken Cup, it proves that you know, our league is as strong as anything out there.
Look at, you mentioned the players pushing through different layers of players. How pleased have you been with the guys from Slentley RFC and the other semi-pro teams, guys like Matt Gilbert who've stepped up in recent weeks? What sort of impact did they have?
Yeah, they've done very well, you know, and all our Premiership clubs do a great job of helping us develop these players. The vast majority of them are professionalised anyway, so they're in our training environment. But the work that is done in our Premiership clubs is invaluable to us. You know, we work very closely with those coaches, and it's a key strength of ours, really, maybe a little bit stronger than happens in other regions.
In terms of injuries, Aaron Shingler picked up an injury against the Saints. How's he coming along?
He's coming along very well, and we make a decision on him later in the week. But we were a little bit concerned initially, but he's responded very well.
Big plus to have Stephen Jones back?
It is, yeah. It's great to have Steve. You know, obviously Steve had an opportunity to play for the Barbers as well, but I think rightly so he's decided to play for the Scarlets, and it's a big game for us, and we need his experience on board.
His decision was it to come back and play for the Scarlets?
Well, it was a joint decision between myself and Steve. Really, we had a chat about it. We had a look at his opportunities and our needs, and you know, Steve was instrumental really in saying that he felt that he was best placed to come back and play for us, and you know, we're delighted that he's got that sort of appetite and attitude towards the region and the club. But I think it says a lot for where everybody is at the moment. Everybody wants to play. Everybody in the squad is desperate to play rugby, and that might sound a bit strange, but there are times when maybe your back's against the wall where, you know, people are going down a lot quicker than they would normally, but at the moment everybody wants to play, and for Steve to, you know, maybe relinquish an opportunity to play for the Barbers, which he's never done before, to play for us in what is a very important game, as I keep on identifying, is great. You know, I think it shows his commitment.
Were you surprised he wasn't called up to the Wales squad?
I don't know what their thinking is, you know. But Steve is still a quality player, and undoubtedly still play for Wales. You know, we're just delighted that we've got him.
I guess if he doesn't announce his retirement, you know, with Shane they've obviously given him. There's been a lot of talk about him being his final game, but with Steve, if he doesn't announce his retirement, that door is always open, and they're not going to give him that sort of send up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's made no indication to me, or obviously anybody else, that he wants to retire from international rugby, which I never think is a bad thing, because you know, I think if you play in rugby at regional level, you should always have an ambition to play for Wales as well.
And just on Matthew Rees, obviously losing the captaincy to Sam Moore, but he's going to be disappointed, but it's not something you think that would affect his game in any way?
I don't think he'll be disappointed. I think, you know, he's coming back from an injury. Sam has done a good job in the World Cup. He'll just want to play for Wales again, and you know, he'll get himself back playing up to a level, and then, you know, when he's done that, then maybe then, you know, the Welsh management can make a choice. But at the moment, I don't think there really was a choice. Matthew needs to be playing. Just
an aside, Stuart Barnes on Sky this afternoon suggesting your name as a possible England attack coach. I mean, did you see that? What do you make of that one?
Well, you didn't tell me that one, Antonio. Yes, well, you know, I think it's nice to be mentioned in that by Stuart. I think Stuart has been a big fan of the style of rugby that we played here. We do look to play an open, attractive brand. But very much what happens here is a team effort. You know, I've got a great group of young coaches around me who do a fantastic job. It's not about one person here. One of our values is humility, and I'm very fortunate to work with some great coaches.
It's a big compliment to what you've done over the last couple of years.
It's a big compliment to what we've done, yeah, you know, what we've done, and you know, we're very proud of what we've done, and you know, it's very pleasing for us all as a management team and a coaching team to sit back and look at where the squad currently is. Don't get me wrong, we've not achieved anything yet by any stretch of the imagination, but we feel that we're going in the right direction.